up, everybody? It's Lulu Londyn, and we are starting with fresh washed hair. I already started the braids in the back. That is just the number 4 pack, straight in the back. I have my hair parted in the middle, braiding this section, well, twisting this off to the side, just to get it on my way. So what I do first to prep it for blow drying, I spritz it with some water. I also hit it with a little heat protectant spray by Tresemme, just to make sure that I'm not damaging my hair in the process of blow drying. I typically air dry, but I want to get my curls out, and I want it to be more smooth and not really have curls since we're braiding it. So I take a wide tooth comb and I'm combing out from ends to the roots any little knots that are in there so that I can just blow dry with no problem. Now, I know I said I was gonna blow dry, but like I low-key forgot and was too excited and just started like fucking parting for a section. So I just basically part out my next braid, and as what you see is I'll just comb it out a little bit, blow dry it, and then just continue showing how I do the braid. I do blow dry that thick section off camera, don't worry. I'm just trying to get the part like neat and clean, especially because it's the front and I can see it a lot better. So because I can see it, that's why I'm like trying to make sure it's nice. Yep. See, that's me forgetting to blow dry. So I just blow dry the ends. I work it through the roots. I'm not really trying to put too much heat on it. I'm just pressing it, making sure it's just kind of stretched out as well. The roots and the tips are nice and flat. I'm using my Mary's edge control to just basically smooth all the edges all around the hair so that everything is all nice and together. There's no flyaways. This stuff works wonders. I lay that edge stuff all over just so that every piece of hair is in the twist and in the braid and in the ponytail. I'm taking a toothbrush. We all use them, or we get us a nice fancy brush. I always lose these things, so it's always different every time. I'm taking a rubber band and I'm just going over, I'm just tying it and looping it just a couple of times, not too many. And just to make sure that it's nice and tight, I do take it split by split and I squeeze it so it's nice and tight, but not too tight. Here's the brown color that I'm using by Expression. It came in a 3 bundle just like this one. This one is the free twist, 3 different bundles, and that's black. So I take like 1 piece brown, 1 piece black, a nice thick amount, and I kind of blend them together so that it's like ombre, or not an ombre, but it's like if it has streaks of brown, just to kind of jazz up the look. I didn't want it to be one flat color, so I made it that the front will be black and brown while the back will be brown. Of course, when you're sectioning off your pieces of hair, you want to make sure there's no knots, no tangles, so that when you start to braid everything flows seamlessly. Sorry, this part was a little bit hard because I did not know. I was not like so in camera and it wasn't clear, but basically I take 2 rubber bands so that I know it's secure. I slip it through the middle and then I tie a knot, basically one knot, and so I attach it to the ponytail that's already set in place, and I twirl it around maybe 2-3 times just to make sure it's secure on there. Once it's braided, it's nicely snug and secure, just like that. And so I take my 2 ends, because it is split down to the middle, and using my hair as like the 3rd strand as my braid, I make sure that the middle part is on the top of my hair, and I start to braid. I feel like I made that sound so, like, that made no sense, but just what you see is what's happening. So I'm braiding it down, and once I get pretty close to where my natural hair will start to end, I will basically make a new 3 sections so that the hair can flow seamlessly into the extensions. But we're not there yet. Okay, so that part is pretty much coming up now. So I'm forming 3 new little sections, including my natural hair with some extensions. And to help make sure everything looks seamless, I take a little bit of the edge layer, because it is like a paste, and I put it on each strand so that everything is like it's like glued together, even though it's not gluing anything, but the product is so pasty. Like, it's really good for like your ends to make sure they mesh well with the braid. Okay, now once every part is, I think every part now, oops, like this part wasn't. So you see I put it towards my ends, it stretched it out so that it could kind of blend in with the extensions as well. So I just continue braiding as normal. I felt like it needed, I would add a little bit more edge paste as I kept on braiding down. Now in super fast mode, we is braiding. If only we could freaking braid at this speed. I think we'd be doing our own hair like all the time, right? I want you to hit that like button if it takes you hours to do your hair. I'm just saying. I know everyone can agree on that one, so this is what you was waiting for. I'm about to lay the edges. So I'm using that same Murray's wax, and I'm placing that on my edges along with just a little bit of water to kind of get it all like slick and smooth. And I take my toothbrush and I flick and I flick. I also took this little brush that's little, I don't know what you call these, but this came with like a hair color kit. Because of the combs, I'm using it basically to comb my edges out, and I use the brush to kind of make sure it's smooth. I swear, doing your edges, it's like you're in your own little world. Just trying to make sure it's perfect. It's perfect. Ah! It's like doing eyeliner. So I'm gathering all together, and I'm putting another rubber band in. Just over a couple of times, and then I split it down the middle and tighten it so it's secure. Again, I'm gonna lay my edges this direction. I'm just gonna continue out. You'll see me doing my edges, and I will not talk because I don't know how to explain that. I'm just laying down the product, using the brush, and laying them. Using the wax, and I'm again getting all the edges so that the base looks nice and good, all the hair stay in place. Taking my toothbrush and brushing all of the ends so I can form a nice ponytail. there's that rubber band. And again, same thing. I'm just being repetitive as fuck at this point. I did take 2 pieces of brown and 2 pieces of black of a decent size, and I mixed them together as streaks again. Again, so you're just taking that ponytail that you attach to the rubber band. Well, you're taking the hair that you attach to the rubber band and you loop it around the hair a good 3 or maybe 4 times, and you section it down the middle and start to braid using your middle hair as like the 3rd section, and you braid all the way down until you get really close to your natural hair, shortening up. And you just make your own path of another 3 sections so that your natural hair can blend with the hair, and continue to braid down until your braid is done. Now for your ends, what you could do is you can use rubber bands to secure the ends, or you can braid them all the way down. Also use some hot water to seal them. I honestly just didn't do any of those because I didn't care for that. You know, like, they're not gonna last me 2-3 months. My hair honestly does not last long in hairstyles, especially braids. So yeah, or just hairstyles general, because that means I have to keep up with it and it's hard. Especially when I go to the gym. So I didn't care. Finally, I'm at the last braid, guys. Oh my gosh. It's always such a relief when you get to the last braid. I swear. Then again, no, because you have to clean up. Voila. We're done. We got us some jumbo braids. Yes, nice little hairstyle for the summer. Talk to me. I do have them long. Here's what the back look like. I love thick braids. They're just like my vibe. That's all I ever want. What we think, guys? What we think? And ooh. Yes, so thank you guys for watching. As always, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe if you're new.